Oh, what's going on, y'all? What's up? It's your boy All Star Izzy. We are in the building. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody feeling? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Talk to me. Talk to me. We in the building. We are live in action. Listen, it's been a good day. I hope everybody has had a great holiday so far today. You know what I'm saying? Like I was letting y'all know, I was at a party. So it was just a really good time. What can I say? I mean, we just had a really good time on mine. You know what I'm saying? I had a Cartier's present. I had this shit song. It was crazy as hell. But great to see everybody. It's your boy All Star Izzy. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share if you want to be a part of the conversation. But we in this motherfucker. We gonna talk about this shit, bro. Yeah. Great to see everybody. We in the building. We are having a good time. Let me see. Let me make sure my life is going well right now. I want to make sure that we're good because we've been waiting for this for a minute, but we're gonna have a conversation on this. And regardless, the show must go on the road. We got to make sure we talk about the things that we need to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So just give me one brief moment. Put your hands up. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. It's your boy All Star Izzy. We are here in the building. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Okay, but say let's. We are good to go. We are good to go. We are good to go. Excuse me. Let me go ahead and keep going. Yeah. Why does it look so much smaller? Give me a second, y'all. Let me see something real quick. Let me see something. Is it like that? Yeah, there we go. That's different. Yeah. I like that shit. What's going on though? It's your boy All Star Izzy. We are here live in effect. Make sure y'all talk to me because we're gonna talk about this topic. We're gonna have a conversation. Again, I hope everybody was having a good ass 4th of July because I was at a party earlier and it was a really good time. You know what I'm saying? So for right now though, we gonna make sure that we let people come in. I wanna know everybody's opinion. What does everybody think about it? Is everybody with it? Is everybody not with it? What do you think? Do you think men should just be tricking on women? Should women, even if y'all in the chat, because I know we got ladies that come in and out. If y'all think that men should just trick on y'all instead of, what I'm saying, creating chemistry and talking spend some game with you, let us know. Let me know. What is you guys' agreements? And then of course, once the 15-minute mark pulls up, I will be speaking on what I believe in, all right? Because we're gonna be talking about this. Excuse me. Let me put this banner up because I'm not sure why. There we go. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. It's your boy All Star Izzy. We are live in effect. Make sure y'all talk to me. Let me know what's up. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that should men just trick on ladies? What's good? What's good? Efrain is in the cut. Como estás? Ya tú sabes. Shout out to the estrellas out there. Shout out to all the stars that's pulling into the building. Listen, whether we go late night live, we gonna end up shutting shit down regardless. This is what we do. But great to see everybody. But I want everybody's perspective. If you want, if and of course, you can come up, you can talk to us, you can let us know your perspectives. But remember, as it says right down there in the banner below, it's an open debate and it's a panel for people to come in and give their perspective. All right. Because one thing that I promote here specifically is communication and why communication is effective. And if you have a strong opinion or perspective on something, make sure you back up why. Why are you talking about what you're talking about? Efrain, how does it sound? How does it sound? Is it sound white? Is it good? Is it all right? But if you decide to come onto the panel and want to make sure that your perspective is being said and heard, you got to make sure your camera's on. Unless I've known and I've seen you here before, that's the only thing. It sounds good. All right, just making sure. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. Hope everybody has had a great day so far. Great weekend. You know what I'm saying? We're the Vamp Squad, Night Squad, having conversations, but we can talk about anything and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's communication runs the nation. So it's nothing but just having fun, you know. And tonight was a good time. Tonight was a really great time. But again, as we talk about the topic, it's all about different perspectives and why do people believe in what they believe in. You know what I'm saying? Because people could agree. I've met a lot of people that wanted to trick on women. You know what I'm saying? To just be like, well, let's just be transactional when it comes to it. And that's what whether people think or know it or not, a lot of people are in more transactional situations, like relationships, whether they know that shit or not. It's usually transactional. It's very transactional. Um, but what most men that I found to be that a lot of them really want meaningful connections though. Men, they don't just want transactional. But if you just want transactional, then you shouldn't complain about what you get for it. You know what I'm saying? But again, we're gonna let you make sure that you make the decision in your perspective. Should men just trick on women? You know what I'm saying? Should men just pay money to, get some for the night? And just be like, well, you're getting money and I'm gonna get a transaction out of you, so let's just let this thing happen. You know what I'm saying? And if you've been listening to me for a while, then you probably already know my stance on where my perspective is on certain shit. You know what I'm saying? But if not, I'm more than welcome to talk about it. Okay, I'm more than welcome to talk about it because tricking itself is a huge thing in this world. Everybody, there's a lot of people tricking everywhere. You can be in Walmart, somebody tricking. You in the strip club, somebody tricking. You in the club, you in the bar, like just somebody's tricking regardless, because they think that that's what the way to get to it. So, I mean, it works for some people, it doesn't work for some people, but we're here to talk about what really works though. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, yeah, it works for some people, but I know those people really want some depth in their world. Shout out to my dog Boxing Day. Shout out to my brother over there. Appreciate you. You already know. Thank you, man. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? We keeping it clean cut, keeping it cool. You know what I'm saying? We just doing some photo shoots earlier, having a really good time. Shout out to everybody. Hope everybody's having a good one. But let me know everybody's perspective. Maria, great to see you. I've seen you before. I'm glad that you came by. You guys are more than welcome. You can share this live out. Share it to the people. Let people know that we're here. Boxing, you can go ahead and share this to the folks if you can. FRM, let some folks know in the Discord. Like, let's get this word out. Let's have these convos. Let's talk about what perspectives we need to speak on because obviously tricking culture is a huge thing. Huge thing. All right. People think that they can use their money rather than they can use their mouthpiece, whether they can use their words, whether they can use, you know what I'm saying, the engagement, whether they can use their charm, charisma, the skill based in what they have going on. Most people, they rather just use their money. You know what I'm saying? They got look. I ain't gonna lie. I was wearing my Cartiers earlier, so I was in a function like this. You know what I'm saying? I was, I was doing my thing. I was spending what I need to spend. But at the same time, people are like this and think this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to talk about the perspectives. You feel me? Because there's some people that voted that they rather trick you know instead of just having skills. Because really, game. Once you have game and you have game for yourself, it's a skill thing too. It's not. It's of course discovering yourself and evolving as who you are, understanding things and everything like that. But it's also knowing more, understanding more. You know what I mean? It's like you can learn how to enhance your charm, enhance your charisma, enhance more. There's a lot more that comes to it than just self discovery. And most people don't want to take those steps to really build themselves. So they rather spend the money on them. They rather just spend money and say, hey, you know what, have this. I don't care about the talking too much. I've met some people that's like that a lot. I've met a lot of people that's like that, especially in Atlanta. Atlanta is crazy. Las Vegas is crazy. But that's how it really is out there. You know what I'm saying? But everybody in the chat, whether you have a perspective or not, let me know what you think. Should men just trick? Should women just trick instead of? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Cause women be tricking too. Don't ever get that. Don't ever get that messed up. Women be tricking, and women trick. And it's funny because when women trick on you, like, and when I mean trick on you, I mean like they're buying you drinks or like they're buying you stuff. They think that they can be a little entitled because they think that's the game. It goes so deep into what they were taught, right? Because most people think they know the game, but they don't really understand it. You see what I'm saying? So even when women trick, if y'all spend money on a man, are you guys entitled to get some, you know what I'm saying? To get some, you know what I mean? Let's see. Ephraim says the self actualization and seeing yourself for who you are, even when it means accepting the things that you don't want to see it about, makes games such a lifesaver. Yeah. Savior, excuse me. Yes, I agree. I very much agree. I very much agree. You know what I mean? I very much agree. And the thing is, too, because I like to dress wealthy. I enjoy luxury. I like swag. Swag, we're gonna get talk about that. Stars will always grow. You know what I'm saying? I made my own acronym for it. But just like sauce and swag and how important that is, how important appearance and how you want to present yourself when it comes to your even own clothes. But that requires even game for you to know how to dress yourself. to come into that. But that's why this things are like that important. Cosmic, great to see you. Saludos, ¿cómo estás? Ya tú sabes, Cosmic. What's up? What's up? But towards the 15-minute mark, I will let my perspective be known about the conversation. So great to see you. What's up with it, man? Everybody let me know in the chat. What do y'all believe? Do y'all think I got a lot of men in the chat. And for the ladies, if you wanna, put your perspective in, more than welcome to. Nobody's gonna be here to hurt you or judge you or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? We here talking. But do you believe men should just trick instead of learning game and, having the conversation, being able to charm her and, be charismatic with her, make her feel something? Or should men just, throw some money and be like, all right, give me some of that? You know what I'm saying? We can have a good night. We got a transactional situation going on and we ain't got to do too much. So this is what it needs to be. So, I want to get some of y'all's perspectives before I give mine. And when I give mine, I'm also going to be talking about story. I talked about it a little bit, and if you guys were there when I was in Las Vegas, when I had my penthouse views from my balcony talks, and I know some of you guys were there, but once we had those conversations, I'm gonna really speak on some stories that I see. You know what I'm saying? And some things that I didn't say when I was out in Las Vegas, but I was saving it for this particular conversation and this topic. At the 15-minute mark, I will be putting up the link so people can come in and give me their perspective of what they like. But remember, as the banner says, you must be 18 and over, you must have cans on, and that's just what it is. So everybody can more than welcome just say what they need to say. You know what I'm saying? If you disagree, then fuck it, disagree with me. Let's talk about it. But if you agree with me, you can even talk about your perspective, talk about your situation, because conversations like this is what actually helps people to understand what type of cultures there are out there. Whether see, listen, if you listen to me or if if you know game and you know certain things, then you're obviously like you're like, yeah, like your reality, our realities kind of match each other. But there is a whole world where game doesn't exist, where making her feel something doesn't exist, where mouthpiece does not exist, where only the only thing that exists is the money for a transactional situation. And this is what gets a lot of men into conflict within themselves. Cause sure, you can have the money, sure, you can blow it on a bitch. But at the same time, as you're doing that, B3, great to see you. What's up, man? But as you're, doing all of that, let me talk to y'all. I mean, when I've had client calls, right? A lot of the people that I've spoken with, and it's no shade because they know every time I have a client and I let them know if there's something that I want to talk about, I ask them and they always give me the permission, which I'm very grateful for. So salute to them. But a lot of them are wanting to have meaningful connections because all they know is what a transactional connection is versus a meaningful meaning just like I mean this shit, I want this shit, I want her to want me, I want her to desire me. But men, a lot of men, I'm gonna benefit of the doubt for this shit, but 95% of men only get the desire when it comes to like, and this is not even I'm not even looking up facts. And the facts is based off experience that I see. Because I know there's a lot of I was on somebody's show and they were debating with me. I forget his name. He's a great individual, but he was debating with me with facts, and a lot of things I speak on is basically is a lot about experience, what I see, what I know, what I've been through, what I've been taught, how I seen things. Ricky Lex, it's great to see you. But all the men in the chat, y'all let me know y'all perspective. What do y'all think? What do y'all believe in? Do you think men should just have transactional stuff? Let me know your perspectives as well. It's not just the question itself, but what is your perspective on it? What is it? So far, we had Ephraim step up to the plate and said something, shout out to him. But conversation like this is what really matters. If you disagree and think that you should just be transactional and just get it out the way and spend some money, hey, that's on you. Then that's your reality. But then we can talk about why these things occur. You know, I've spoken with many men that have had those situations occur, but then deep down they're like, "Damn, I want more," and that more only comes in because all they know is transactional through materialistic things. And I was even talking about in a live before, right? I was talking about how women love women love a man who trusts himself, which really means confidence. they love the things that they really can't see. Of course, they can love the flashy shit, they can love the good looks, the swag, whatever, all that. But deep down inside, a lot of women genuinely want something meaningful. And men could lie to themselves if they said they don't either. And that doesn't make you a simp. Something meaningful can just be like I she desires me and I desire her. Something as easy as that. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you fucking with a woman and she doesn't desire you and you're just, kind of feeding her transactional conversations and situations or money and shit, you're gonna regret it's just not what it really is. And you're gonna be like, damn, I don't find nothing great into this conversation. I don't find nothing great within this situation. And you may not even like it for what it is. But you put yourself in that situation now. B3 says natural is what I want. Yes, absolutely. The tango, natural connection, slow burn. Everything is great when it's natural and when there's no force. Take your time with it. Take your time. What's up? I'm really great to see you. What's going on? Happy holidays to everybody. Hope you had a great day today. We're gonna go ahead and get to this conversation. Marie, you're more than welcome to give your point across too, because as the title says, I would like for everyone to let me know their exactly ease and flow, bro. Ease and flow. Ease and flow. We don't need to rush a thing. We don't need to rush it. But that's what makes things rush. Cause it's like the desire, the builds, and marinating and tension. Oh the gosh. Listen, bro, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But I'm gonna go ahead and give my perspective, and then I'm going to add the StreamYard link so people can come in and give me their perspective. Whether you agree and you want to give your situation out, whatever, you want to throw your 2 cents in there, or two, you disagree with me and we can have a conversation based on our disagreement points. And we're not here to argue and call each other names. We're going to have a mature conversation and move forward with it. Now let me go into what I believe in, because as the title says, I think I have marked it. I forgot what it said because I definitely put it into so many ways for like how it's saying shit. So excuse me, give me one moment. Shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all hit the like button and share this out. Let people come in, share it. Hey, share the wealth. Okay, don't be stingy though. You know what I'm saying? But great to see everybody. It's your boy All Star Izzy. And if you're new, subscribe. And if you're not, great to see you again. Give me one moment, please. Mm. All right, all right. Let's see this. Okay. Now, as the title says, should men trick on women instead of having natural attraction? Let me bring y'all to a story, and then we're gonna have conversations going forward with everybody. Excuse me. B3 says that's a very sensible way of looking at things. Yes. Now, the reason why I came up with this, Las Vegas, if y'all have been in several lives of mine, I've been talking about like my vacation awakenings and what Las Vegas has taught me. And not just in the sense, like, of course, I want to travel, I want to go everywhere. I want to be in this place, I want to be that place. I'm in a penthouse, let's be in penthouse in the future, which is going to happen. I'm already in my high rise now, so it's beautiful. Shout out to Marie, thank you. Excuse me. But also, when I was out, I mean, they call it the Sin City, right? So I'm not gonna get too like spiritual, too religious, and everything like that. But there is polarity of positivity and there's polarity of negativity as well, hate, love, and evil and shit like that. But there is a super culture out there that's strictly about tricking, where women are. I had people come up to me, and I remember. So I was at the liquor store with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get a couple of bottles, and there was this group of people where we was gonna go to the bottle at, and he had a stack of cards. And he said, "Let me show you a magic trick." So I said, "All right, bet." I'm like, "Shit, what's be your magic show?" He said, "Yeah, I got you. Pick one, anyone." I said, and this girl next to me was like, "Oh, he wants a Hispanic. He wants a Latina." Other person next to him said, "Oh, no, he wants like a black woman." But then I'm like, "What are they talking about? That was a magic show." And then I just said, "Just pick anyone, just a random one." He picked one out. He said, "You gonna get lucky tonight. $40 for some sex." He said, "Take this and say I referred you." And I shit y'all not. It's a picture of a woman on the card with some information and where to contact her and how to find her. And I was shocked. I said, "Yo, first of all, this is my exact response to him." I told him, first and foremost, I don't need your luck. I don't need luck in anything when it comes to that. But also, I'm good on that. I really don't need to do that. And it put it in this a thing too. There was multiple men, multiple women too. See, women have such a there's not a lot of innocent women out there. Obviously they're a part of this shit. But there was women also selling the cards to multiple men so they can get lucky. Basically so they can have transactional stuff. But there is a extreme culture out there that's all paying for sex. There's $50 for something for tonight, $40 for something tonight, $30 for something tonight. And they're all selling these people marketing to what it is. And there's multiple men buying it, making it happen. You see a lot of if anyone has seen White Lotus, there's a specific scene on a boat where you see all these young fine women, but then there were like old motherfuckers. And that is what was it like in Las Vegas. You see all these sexy women, but these women are with old geezers. These women are with guys that's like the woman is leading, he's like holding his hands is on her waist and they're like walking together. He's like trying to push her hair back and she's kind of a little bit uncomfortable, but she you can tell she's trying to tease and feed into the moment. And I remember I had some women approach me. Hey, handsome, what's going on? Obviously, hey, listen. I mean, what I'm saying, I am handsome. But at the same time, I said, I'm just chilling. What's up with you? And she's like, yeah, what you got going on? Where you going tonight? You staying here? She's like, I want to come be with you. I'm like, all right, hold on though. This is a woman who's trying to run some pockets. So when I started seeing those situations occur, and obviously, I mean, I've been in Atlanta many times, so I've seen it before. Like, and it's kind of been like a numb thing, which is crazy, but I've never paid for it. But when I seen it in Las Vegas, the how natural it was for people, how natural it was for men around to be like, yeah, man, we got to get paid. It's a little bit, just $40. It's all transactional. Listen, personally for myself, I'd rather have a natural connection, a natural attraction where I speak. Because I've had women, even in Vegas, buy me things. They were buying me shots, basically, buy me drinks. And while they were buying me drinks, I still kept it to a conversation because that doesn't mean nothing to me. I've had drinks bought for me all the time. My brothers are buying me drinks. I'm buying my brothers drinks. I'm buying some random people I thought was cool drinks. But it's not about that. It's about just because you think you're doing something doesn't keep you entitled to me. Because the same way men try to make it, I'm gonna buy you a drink and you're gonna be mine, basically, is the same way motherfucking women try to do the same thing to men. We not working like that. And I could be speaking in a unique perspective when I say it, but I want men to understand. I want you to be the same way. Don't be easy, basically, because there that culture in there, and it's not even Vegas. Vegas just only reflects so many things. So as I'm just understanding and open a perspective, I'm like, yo, everybody is getting a transaction from women, but then there's 90 fucking 5% of men. They're getting upset. They're complaining about modern dating. They're complaining about women, but they're still the ones making this transactional stuff happen. So I'm thinking to myself, that's why I even thought about the thing. Why do you complain what you asked for? B3, I think you may have been there when we talked about that. Or even y'all have been there when I spoke about it. But why do you complain exactly what you asked for? You're asking for it. But now you're like, damn. So they pay for it. They pay for it. They have sex. Afterwards, now he's trying to lay up and talk to her. This is not how it works, player. You pay for what it was. Now she's gone. If you wanted something meaningful, be meaningful in the conversation, bro. Have a meaningful presence. Have a meaningful mouthpiece. Have a meaningful invitation if you want her to come out with you. Have a meaningful time. But that meaningful part really just means be intentional with what you're doing. Be aware with what you're doing. Because this the world thrives on tricking. And of course, it's not just men. Women are doing it too. All right. I see the comments. I'm gonna get to it in a few. Just give me one brief moment. I'm really digging into this thing. Pause. But I remember there was these ladies and these guys around them. And me and my brother, we got out the club. It's like 6 a.m. We like, well, we want to do something. What y'all doing? He's like, oh, just follow us. Whole time they following us, but they're kind of being weird and stiff about it. That's when somebody on the elevator was like, hey, yo, don't be around them because they're going to try to set y'all up. So they were kind of eyeing us. But the thing would really change a lot into it, right? Because a lot of men can think women are just innocent and all that, or they think they're just devils and shit. Whatever the fuck. But there are women running operations on how to get money out of y'all fucking pockets. And the only reason I'm letting this be known is because when they're getting the money out your pockets and you guys are tricking on certain things, you're thinking to yourself, like, damn, what is going on in this moment? What's happening right now? Because I'm just tricking to get something out of it because the pedestalization of what's between her legs is is just beyond, and I need it. So now comes this whole culture of tricking everybody. See, I've never tricked before, but when I went to the Neo concert, we was with a group of girls. Me and my brothers, we had like group of girls. We was like my bro, he had a group of girls around him. I had a group of girls around him. My other homie had a group of people around him. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy everybody a shot. I just did it. I didn't want nothing out of return, but I just bought everybody a shot. That's all the girls that's with me. It was cool. We was having a good time, and then I left them because I was like, I don't really need to be here. They were cool people, but I don't under. I really just genuinely don't understand spending money to keep women around, because women, because the way how okay, and this is no boast. This is just a unique perspective. With my relations with women were never off of money. It was always about how I made them feel. It still is. The way they feel about me is why they gravitate and stick around me. It's why they gravitate and stay around because they enjoy it. They feel good. They look good. I look good. They want to, you know what I'm saying? We having a good time. We're reciprocating a certain energy. So it feels good. I don't like the whole transactional thing. That was never for me. That's never been me. Because especially once you start experiencing and living a lot more life than you understand, it's not about the materialistic things. But don't get me wrong, please g- share your own wealth, expand your mind, expand your finances, look well, dress well, smell well, you know what I'm saying? All that. Pull up, present yourself as you should, right? But I wanted to make it known, and my stance on it is that I don't fuck with transactional conversations. I don't like transactional things, and I do not think men should be doing this. But will it still continue? Absolutely. I see these comments I'm gonna get to in a few. Please give me a moment. But it's still gonna occur. It's still gonna happen. Because regardless, as there's one person like myself and maybe a couple of y'all, there will be 50 against three. There will be 90 against 10. There will be 1,000 against 100. And it's always going to be that way. But this is why I don't believe into it. Because you can have, okay, the thing is that when men complain about dating, they're complaining about, I just want her to desire me. You can have the desire, bro. But you also got to be desirable. Present desire. Not in the sense, I got to present this pickup line. I got to present this. No, 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 no. Presence is desire. Slowing down, flow and ease, just as B3 said, is desire. Eye contact is desire. Charm, a smile is desire. That's enough. But obviously, not everybody thinks that way. Now, let me look at these comments really quickly. And after I read that, I'm going to drop the link. If anybody wants to come up here that disagrees with me, or they agree and want to give a perspective, whether you're a man or woman, but remember, you have to be 18 plus and you must show your face on cam unless I've seen you before. So excuse me, just one brief moment. All right, going back to what Marie says. Marie says, I agree. Now these days, they ask for numbers and leak up. As soon as they hit you, as soon as they hit or get what they want, they move on to the next. Truth, truth. As I hope they were at least honest. I mean, that's honesty the best policy. Yep. Shout out to the real diva. Great to see you. Thank you for coming to the side to the All Star Lifestyle. Welcome to have you. B3 also says, don't ask if. Oh, excuse me. B3 says, don't ask if you don't want it. Simple. Very true. But the thing is, it's not, it's so crazy how it's not simple, but it is, right? And there's so much trauma in a lot of men in dating and the social dynamics of, and a lot of it just comes from a place of, I don't feel like I'm enough. And so I have to compensate. Let me spend money. Let me do all these tricks. You could take a woman to a parking lot on some just cool shit. You can have a conversation, and that shit gonna feel like Paris, right? Yeah. Woo! Yeah. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Real Odds and Evens. Shout out to my dog, man. Salute to you. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for being here. Everybody, let me know your perspectives. You guys are more than welcome to talk about what do you guys believe in. Talk to me. Do you believe men should just be transactional? Women, do you even think that yourself too on your end? How does women, how do y'all deal with men who want to just spend on you versus having meaningful conversations? And I'm not saying we gotta be meaningful where we gotta be so deep into our conversation and trauma bond and all that. No, I'm talking about a meaningful convo where you feel that, where you gonna remember that, where you gonna understand what I'm talking to you. You're gonna think about that shit for the whole night, and you hope you run into me again because we in the same function. But I'm doing my thing, and I told you I might see you again, and you're hoping for that. That's what I'm talking about. That's meaningful. It's going time it is. Yeah, let's keep going. Ricky says trick culture, right? For sure. Marie says three red flags that they only want sex and nothing else. One, they are rather pursuing you or keeps asking for it. Two, about money or usage. Excuse me, hold on. Three, revenge of an old partner. Yeah, that's crazy. There's a lot of men that's yeah, I spoke about that thing. You may have been there for the things too. Mariel says also, like you said, so they can look slash be cool and how many people to sleep with. Yeah, very true. Very true. And have bragging rights. You know what I'm saying? It's so I mean, you ain't gotta see women. That's women like men that's on the hutch. Women like men that know how to shut up. That's when they talk about that strong silent type. That doesn't take away from a man being charismatic and social. That's just hey, this motherfucker can shut his goddamn mouth. Now, excuse me, one moment. I'm gonna go ahead and put this link on there. But everybody let me know the perspective. If you haven't answered, you can talk about it and everything because that is my take on it. All right. I don't believe in the culture. I know it's there. I'm not ignorant to it, but at the same time, men can do so much better, bro. It's not just about what's in your pockets, it's about your attitude, demeanor, and confidence and all that. Your swag also speaks, your presence speaks. And by the way, if you're new, subscribe. And if you haven't, hit the like button. Feed us into the algorithm. You're more than welcome to share this out. If you believe somebody else has a perspective on this, let them know and tell them to come up here so we can have a conversation. Now, give me one brief moment. I'm going to go ahead and share this into here. Let's do this. Here to go. It's right up there. So for anybody who wants to join, you are more than welcome to join that right now. Give me one brief moment. Let's go back. Let's play this music. Let's do it. Yeah. Hold on. Let me go ahead and um, show on stage. There we go. So, for anybody who wants to present themselves, please do. Remember, check the banner. I'm not gonna say it twice. But going forward, you know what I'm saying? It's a very important thing when it comes to it, bro. And understanding it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's like and there's that conversation too. Excuse me. Let me see what this says. B3 says I ain't got time for nothing serious, so I don't like to pretend real. I'm an honest guy that likes honesty back, not the guy to just sleep for sleep's sake. Yes, very true. I agree with you most definitely on that because I agree with you for that for sure because I mean nah like I don't. And that's the thing. Women like the honesty. Women enjoy that shit. Women enjoy that. 2007. Damn, that's crazy, bro. 2007 is insane. Hey, yo! That's wild. Is that really 18? Let me do my math, though. Hold on. Somebody do the math for me. I'm so bad at math. Hold on. Let me make sure I pin this really quickly so it's up in the conversation already. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Speak amongst yourself, talk about what y'all need to, but remember the conversation is here for anybody who wants to even give a perspective, or maybe you even have a story on what the hell it is, bro. Give me a minute. Hold on. All right, boom. All right, say less. So we got it up there. Make sure y'all get the likes up. Make sure y'all let these folks know. Hit that like button. We gotta run up to the top. Listen, hey, y'all think we can hit 1,000 by this month? Y'all think we can hit 1,000 by this month? Oh, y'all think we can hit 10K by this month? I'm delusional, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? 520. That's my only proof. Damn, gave the whole date of birth. Wow. Oh, okay, 2002 for me, but yes, 18. Oh, okay. 18. Wow, so you were right there. Hey, If you weren't, I would have cut that off. I'd be like, yo, Marie, get out of here. But welcome. Get a whole berth. I don't think I could join. My phone is messed up, but I am. I mean, you good, you good. This is 10K, right? I believe we can hit 10K, but you know what I'm saying? If anybody wants to come along and wants to speak on a certain perspective, whether you agree or you disagree, get your ass up here. Have a conversation with the all-star, you know what I'm saying? But if I haven't ever seen you on live or if I haven't seen you on anything, you know what I'm saying, you do gotta cam up, you know what I'm saying? Marie says, I ain't never lied about my age. By the way, why people lie about their ages. I don't, I don't know. I couldn't know. When I used to do it when I was going to the club and shit, I used to do it just so I can get in the club. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, let's get back to the convo because y'all about to make me have a conversation about this. All right. We could do that in the All Star Lounge if I decide to go live later. And if I do go live later, it'll be like at 3 a.m., y'all. But right now, we got a show on the road and we got to make sure that we talk about this certain conversation and make sure that people talk about what they need to talk about it. You good? You good? I started getting lost into it too. I said, God damn, I should talk about that. You know what I'm saying? That's a good club idea. It is. It is. Ladies of I Talk, great to see you. You know what, ladies? You should join the conversation. You should if you have a moment, you should come up here and talk to me and let me know what your perspective and your thoughts are on it. But for anybody, I had to show love. Oh, so they probably about to dip in a second. But I appreciate you. Shout out to ladies of I Talk. Make sure y'all sub to them. They're awesome as hell. They're in Mexico, you know what I'm saying? They representing for the Latinos out there. But regardless, we're here to talk about this, man. Yes, I'm having a good time. I did was at a party earlier, and even there, like, bro, with some of the best motion, it's loud, but we will come one day. Oh, for sure. Yes. Yeah, to Sabas. Shout out to the Mexico flag. Shout out to Laser Outside. Thank you very much for stopping by. But regardless though, having the conversation what we do, like even at the party I was at, bro, the best motion is meaningful motion. And this is what I mean by that. When you have meaningful motion, you're using just you as the motion and you're being the centerpiece for people around you. Like like you don't have to throw money in the air to have attention, basically. Like you can be the attention. You can have the attention around you. You can make conversation, you can dance, you can jump up in the air, you can have like just have that feeling for you because there was something I forgot. I forgot who I was listening to. Um shit. It was a video of them. And they were basically talking about how you feel is what people get out of you. And that really translates to a lot of what I like to bring because before money was never a thing for me. You know, money just started becoming a lot of a bigger thing of importance in my life recently. Like I started making a lot more, and that's nothing to boast about. I'm just expressing this because growing up, all I had was myself. Right? I didn't have a lot. I wasn't dirt poor, but I didn't have a lot. I didn't have a lot of clothes. I didn't have a lot of money to spend. I didn't have all the fancy gears. We had to sleep on floors. We only had one small TV. Like when I was with my mom, my sisters, we only had one small TV where we had to just watch it and lay down, eat some fried chicken, and just call it like a picnic. Like we had to create our success. We had to create our reality. I'm always grateful for moments like that because I never ever relied on my money. I never relied on my cars. I never rely on my jewelry. I never rely on my status. I never rely on. Do I rely on my looks? I don't rely on my looks, but I know that my looks. I know that I look good. I'll say that I'm aware of that for sure, and I know that can put me in some doors. But growing up, I wasn't always the best looking. Like I'm low key hitting my peak, like I'm starting to like look better and shit. Like I've been looking good, but like it's starting to. I'm a late bloomer basically. Like I didn't really grow. I didn't get taller until like almost like 10th, 11th grade. Even a little bit after that, I didn't even get tall to that. My face didn't start getting a little bit more structured until later. Like I'm a late bloomer, so this is why I look more younger than what people believe I am and shit like that. But regardless, though, I had the only thing I could have relied on was my personality, was my charisma, was my charm, was my mouthpiece. And that's not even a sense of just talking to women, because it was just in social dynamics in general. It was just meeting people as well. It was at parties, having being the life of a party, because I didn't rely on what I had. I only relied on who I was. And that translates a lot. Now I'm starting to get more into all right, more clothes, more swag, more style, how to style myself, the spending and all that jazz, because now I got it, but that doesn't take away from who I had to rely on before, and that would never change. So my reality was always based on things that were meaningful. Women that was around me, it was never based on no tricks. I mean, I was definitely on some bullshit when I was younger, but now it was more so it was an importance of things that I'm doing. I didn't have to never make a transactional interaction before. I didn't have that. I didn't need to. And I'm very grateful for that. So when I see things happen like that, I'm like, of course, I'm questioning it. I've been in clubs where people spending, they're like, oh, yeah, we got these girls in those sections. You just need bottles, just get more bottles. I never paid for it. They was paying for it. So, I mean, they doing their thing, but I've always created meaningful interactions with women that was with me. Always. Because it's always been like that. And that's when women are going to be like, damn, you stand out from all these dudes, or and of course, yeah, you stand out, but also you're not relying on the thing that everybody else wants to rely on, which is something outside of themselves. So again, if anybody wants to join and wants to speak on their perspective, wants to talk about it, wants to make themselves known as far as what they believe in, maybe a perspective, a situation that you've been through that you want to talk about and discuss, whether you disagree or agree, you're more than welcome to be a part of this live. Now, let me look at these comments, excuse me. B3 says struggle is real. It's about how you pick yourself up and make something with yourself. Exactly. Facts, yeah, for sure. But that's what I was blessed to learn was that what we had, shit, I said shit, we used to do headstands, handstands. We used to do cartwheels through the crib. We didn't have any we didn't even have no couches or anything. Like we didn't have furniture or nothing. We didn't have a dining table. We had to use blankets and stuff to eat. But to us, we made the best out of it because we have to make something out of it. And I think this is where a lot of people can probably, I'm saying probably because I don't know everybody's story, but this is what probably can make people a step aside from certain things that they're learning. You know what I'm saying? It's just how everybody goes about it, but that doesn't take away that you can turn your life around and you can learn to be more meaningful. Because I guarantee you, all these people who trick, they know women are just there, bro. Women are just there to be there for their money. And deep down inside, and some of these people I've spoken with, whether it's consultation, or whether that's just like real conversations too. Because I don't now I do make it like a priority to charge people if they want my services. But that doesn't take away from me from having real conversations with people though. Because I've known people who spend a lot of money, who's rich as hell, but still have that emptiness inside because they know all the girls or even men that's around, not on that type of timing, they're only around for the money. You know what I'm saying? They're only around because they're gonna spend, they're gonna buy me drinks. They're gonna buy me rides. They may pay for my meal. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of those people who have been built off of that have such an emptiness within themselves because they don't really know what it's like to have meaningful interactions and conversations for people to want them for who they are versus for what they can provide and bring in that moment. Marie says, are you also still able to do text too? I don't want to miss this. I love this conversation. Yeah, what you mean though? Like text, like are you still like you're able to type as well? Um, but regardless though, you know, it's stuff like that, man. And it's a lot of like self-love too that can come with it. Whether that's come to conversations for yourself. Yeah, you can type away. Go ahead. You're more than welcome to. Miss 2007. By God. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? We gotta talk about these things though. Cause that's my perspective. I've talked to people too, cause they told me that they like the trick because it's easier to spend money. Rather it's like I don't want to talk to her. I remember one time, Liliana, what's up, twin? How you doing? How you doing? Liliana, you know what? You should come up to the live and maybe give your perspective. You know what I'm saying? You should probably come up. Anybody, honestly. You're more than welcome to join, have a conversation with me. Give me your perspective on certain things. Because I don't know everything, right? So I'm still trying to learn out here. But regardless, though, I remember I've spoken with some people that said they don't just feel like talking. They're like, I'm gonna spend money on her. I remember like when I was working with this A&R, and he was talking about women in the industry. And he was like, you're gonna end up spending money on them, you're gonna pay for their dinners, you're gonna pay for their flights and all that jazz. You're tipsy. And I'm headed home. I was with the oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Did y'all play Loteria? But yeah, they just didn't want to. They didn't care about talking to shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, well, I mean, that's on you. But I was never going. I was disagreeing with him a lot. I'm like, bro, in the industry, I'm not paying for women that I just met for their dinner and flights, bro. I'm not doing that. He's like, well, you gonna have to. You gotta compromise. I said, what the fuck? That's a lot of things they don't talk about in the industry, bro. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not paying for a woman's dinner or flight that I just met. Just because she has some type of status, that doesn't mean nothing to me. I'm trying to see who the woman is that's in front of me. Like we talked about, we gotta see who she is before anything. This is crazy. But we need to plan something so that I can join the panel for sure. Yeah, today, Latria, nice, nice. I saw that look you did. Yeah, I'll be disgusted sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be disgusted. Like I dead ass do be disgusted. Cause like they're like it's that's what I'm saying. Like Las Vegas is the same thing, but the industry is the same way. I'm a performer recording artist. So I've been I'm saying, you know what I mean? But it's still just like they try to push that agenda on me, just like of the tricking culture, by the way. Just that, right? Because we don't need to get too deep. But every Friday, for everybody that's in here, I will be doing like open panels and open debates on certain topics. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing that I like to do. Just to engage and see. You know, I do like to debate. You know what I'm saying? I got a mouthpiece on me. I like to speak. I like to talk. You know what I'm saying? That. But regardless though, yeah, they try to put me in a position to pay for like dinners and flights. I was like, bro, I'm not doing that. Like, okay, so I remember though. Okay, so me and my aunt Nar, we went to like this. I don't even know. He invited me out to like this little karaoke party, but in the bro, shit, it's crazy out here, bro. Um, Excuse me, B3 says, I'm sorry, I don't have much experience on this topic. You're fine. You're fine. You're completely fine. I just say it just in case whoever comes in, whatever the case is, you know. It's just me being a good old host, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. But I don't mind y'all listening either, you know what I'm saying? But nah, regardless, so there was this karaoke place. It was like a party. My A&R invited me out. So I was like, I said, I'm pulling up. Like we went to this little spot where I was gonna be performing at and everything. And then right after that, we went to the karaoke party. So boom, goes to the karaoke party. And in the karaoke party, I'm like, this shit's finna be lit. Boom, I go in there. It's like a whole bunch of girls. There's a couple dudes in there, but they're just having fun and shit. But he invited me. He's just there like recording. And I'm like, I'm having a good time. So I'm just having fun. You know what I'm saying, going around. We all singing, we all dancing. It's just getting crazy. We all taking shots. You know what I'm saying? In a healthy way though. I wasn't being excessive, just letting everybody know we ain't out here going crazy. Yes. I do have a rock star lifestyle, but I do make sure that I took it in limitations. All right, let me just let y'all know that for sure. But regardless, though, um, when that was happening, there was rooms that was around this karaoke place that people were paying for sex. So they had women that was just going there that's paying for it. So like I didn't know that this is what this was, but he was inviting me out there. So then I'm talking with these two girls. We all having a good time and my A&R gets with the other girl, and we're all discussing and having a good time, flirting and all that. And then she's like, we're gonna be right back. So he talks to me. He says, these two girls, I'm gonna fly them out, and when they come back, we're gonna buy them dinner. I said, we? He was like, yeah, we're gonna buy them dinner. I said, what are you talking about? Like, what's going on? He said, well, these girls, you gotta fly out. You gotta pay for certain things. You gotta pay them to do stuff like that. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to do all that. He's like, trust me, it's gonna happen. So I didn't feel comfortable like when they came back because I'm like, I'm not trying to do that. But I was still having a good convo. They were cool and everything like that, but it wasn't nothing too crazy. It was just that when that happened, it was just the occurrence of like there's multiple places where people are paying for transactional stuff and how normalized it is to pay for it. I'm not paying for it. I'm not doing that. I was a little uncomfortable, I was having a fun time, but then they kept even the women they had some cojones on them, which means balls, right? But they had like the balls to be like, well, if you want us to stick around, buy us some drinks or buy us this. I'm like, man, I can't. I don't know how y'all do it. For all the tricks in the world, man, I don't know how y'all do it, bro. I genuinely don't know. I have no clue how they do it. I get turned off when a woman tells me you got to buy me drinks. I get turned off when a woman say certain things like that, like, "Oh, you should buy me a drink before we dance," or "You got to buy me a drink before you talk to me." Like, what is this happening? And I blame all the tricks for it. I blame all of you guys buying women all these drinks just for that. I do. I do because you guys make this thing go round. But never get it twisted. I'm never going to do that for a woman who ever demands something like that. And neither should any man that's listening to me to do that for them just to get a conversation out of them. That doesn't mean shit to me. Don't worry about that. Don't care about that. That's nothing, bro. 1,000, bro. Excuse me. But if no one is deciding to come up here, that's fine. I mean, I'm glad that I can even just talk about the situation itself because this could really just be an importance or attention for people to talk about. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Oh my God. See, you hit it right on the nail, B3. Like, see, man, hold on though. Show that on the stage, though. You should is not a sexy word. It's more like to repulse me. Exactly. See, that's what the world is missing is desire. What the world is missing is sexiness. Yeah, well, I'm teaching. I'm gonna tell these folks. I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna be an example. They gonna see my work. They gonna see. You know what I'm saying? All that jazz. But having to demand, having to feel entitled. Firstly, I'm not mad at you for. Well, I don't want you to ever think I'm a goddamn lame, because that's not what happening. But also, I know when it comes like when you think about it, you're like, damn, you're only like this because you only deal with lames. You only deal with lame ass motherfuckers. All these guys are lame as hell. So this is why you act this way. This is why you think you can talk to me this way. And you know what's funny? I remember this happened one time I was at a club, right? This girl was like, I was trying, we're gonna go dance. And she was like, oh, you gotta buy me a drink first. And I said, all right, you go the first round. I wasn't gonna buy her a drink, but I said that to see what she's gonna say. She was just like, oh, I don't buy men drinks. That's not like that's not feminine. I said, man, I said, well, when you change your mind, you want to buy me a drink, I'll see you around. But I already knew that was gonna happen because I'm like, this is this like okay. Beater, I'm so glad that you said that, bro. Hold on, excuse me. Marie says, I don't understand this generation. Whatever happened to the person on how they act and treat you versus the looks? I mean, if you know what I mean. How do you mean, actually? Explain a little bit. Explain a little bit. Yeah, no, B3 did cook, bro. That's see the thing is we gotta see what this is what we're gonna do. We're going to make the world sexy. Ooh, make the world sexy again. Oh shit, that's hard. Make the world sexy again, and I'm gonna. I feel like Justin Timberlake. I'm bringing sexy back. Let's bring sexy back. Let's all make sure that we bring sexy back because sexiness is what they're missing. You got some wisdom from my young age. Oh, for sure you do. I already know that you do. You know what I'm saying? You could have come up here and said it, but hey, no pressure. But regardless, though, the world is missing sexiness. For all the ladies and all the men that are listening to me for what I'm saying, right? I need you to listen concrete, and especially if you're listening back to this, because you're like, damn, he's actually onto something. We're going to, and when I say we, I mean the stars, all star. I can talk for myself as well, but we're going to be bringing sexy back. Ooh, Justin Timberlake knew what he was doing with that song. I'll tell you that. Ooh. But yeah, got to bring sexy back. But just because people don't, there's some people that's out there that really know what it's like to have conversations and make women feel something. Because you don't never need to buy them nothing, but truly being sexy, but sexy in like sexy in conversation, mentally sexy, mentally sharp. You know what I'm saying? Sexy in your charm, sexy in your presence. Being sexy. See, I love saying sexy, like for real. And I'm not saying that because he just brought it up. But like I have podcasts where I talked about gotta be sexy and shit. Sexy is everything, bro. And sexy can be a look, but sexy is so deep when it comes down to who the person is to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Sexiness is a mentality. It is a confidence. It's a demeanor. It's a way to carry themselves. It's an effortless, ease and flow energy of who the individual is. And this is why women love sexy men. You know what I'm saying? And men love sexy women. If it ain't sexy, I don't want it. That's 1,000. Take my word for it. I guarantee, bro. Marie says, like the only you, like they only like you if you have a fake ass and they looked on the outside and instead of the inside, basically the real. Oh, okay. Well, there's a superficial world out here. You know what I'm saying? Real love, not on how they look. Well, then we have to speak on what real love really means. You know what I'm saying? Because that's subjective. You know what I'm saying? But I think you're just talking about in terms of like who the person is rather than what they look like. You know what I'm saying? But the world is still superficial, and that doesn't have to make us superficial or yourself or anybody. But I do still promote sexiness and looks and appearances and presence and all that shit. I mean, I'm an example of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on now. We just chilling this shit. You know, man, ain't too much. You know what I mean? But nah, I know what you're saying. But I think that just happens because like only attracts like, basically. So anybody that's superficial only just sees a body, which I mean that's just lust. That can be like your instinct, and you like what you see, which is nothing wrong with that. But it's not about just what you see. Just because you like what you see doesn't mean that it's good in general. Like I've been with women who are beautiful, but baby girl, you are not that intelligent. Or I just don't like our conversations, to be honest. And conversation is a really big thing that comes with it. You know what I mean? But I believe that's just what occurs. Like, just goes with like superficial goes with superficial. You know what I mean? And then once the experience occurs, the meaning comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Once you get into it, because that doesn't take away. Like women I be with, they look good, but they get even better when I get to know who the individual is within. But again, it's just like steps to it. So I mean, you're 18, so it's like it may just be that whole thing of just all the guys probably around that just want to hit. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality for what that is. Doesn't take away from anything else, but it really takes a star, it takes a man to understand there's more than just what we see. There's always more than meets the eye. You know what I'm saying? Conversation rules a nation. Ooh, gotta be sexy out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's just like a big thing. But that's why this, and plus, like movies, music promotes all this type of stuff. That doesn't take, have fun, listen to shit, sing the lyrics, blast it out loud, go party. But never let that shit control you. Never let that be the thing that makes you what you are. You control your reality. You can have fun, but never let things become what it is for you. Don't adapt to that shit. Influence it. Influence this. That's all this really is. And like it says right here, it's a power move, but it's just real. But I believe that's why that occurs. I mean, it's just, I think a lot of people, not even a lot of people, but people want meaningful things. You know what I'm saying? That's why like hoes try to turn into housewives or like all these, all these conversations. It's because people think that they need to go off something else besides who they are. A lot of people are just lost in this world. They don't understand what it really means to either. It's like a when you love yourself, you can see the best in a lot of people. That doesn't take away from having boundaries, but like the self love in translation always equals to come up to me, and like not come up to me, but come up to the level I am of conversation, and let's see where we can go with it. Let's see if you match my intelligence. In that sense, like how what is 24 times 28? No, but like let's see if you can hold a conversation. Those things are attractive. Personality is attractive. A woman who's alive is attractive. I said it before, I'll say it again, but I think all men should be with women who are alive, meaning women are who are alive with their passions, who are alive with what they do. They live in the world. They're of the world. They have their own world. They're not around here just, you know, fucking around and being bird brains and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I like the women who look good, but also talk good, are good within as well. And there's women like that. B3 says a man is a hard thing to find. Lots of males, but a real man with real values are few. Very true. And far between these days, too many people just want to be a robot, nut and bolt. Yeah, I agree. You know what I'm saying? Even though I be doing my thing, um, but it's and the thing is too, like you can still like whatever smash and go and shit like that. But as long as you're honest and you're not doing it from a place of I had to manipulate you in order to get in between your legs. That you're not a man. You would never be a star. You could never reach star status. You can never reach anything that I've taught. If you have to do tricks in order to get what you want, nah, man. Just present yourself. Talk. That doesn't mean don't enhance your skill set. Enhance your charm. Enhance your charisma. Enhance your mouthpiece. Talk about yourself. Talk about it. Invite them into your world. Seduce them by your presence. Seduce women by your conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's the long lost art of the world. You know what I mean? Seduction. See, seduction is a long lost art form, but I'm bringing seduction, sexy back, sensuality, all that shit, bro. You going and y'all gonna see it. The more we talked about it, I'm showing it. There's details and work, but it's trust me. That's all I gotta say, bro. It's going to make itself known because that's what's really missing, and we're gonna present that. You know what I mean? Rich says, need a speech therapist. I have dyslexia. Totally didn't just waste 1 minute to find the word I was looking for. Wow, that's crazy. But my name is All Star Izzy. If you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask or any comments, please do. But if not, hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Because if you're not new, then I appreciate you being here. I'm probably going to end this in a few, and I may go back live later around like 3 a.m. Possibly. I got to go do something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Gotta have some fun myself. But yeah. If anything you guys want to say, you're more than welcome to. B3, yeah. Teach all of us, man, how to act. Yeah, yep. Oh yeah. I got you. I got everybody, bro. Tell this is gonna happen. Watch, just watch. I've spoken enough already. You know, I spoke enough already. I don't like I can talk, but my actions is really actions is what really defines us and it shows. And everything will show itself. And I'm very happy for that. And I can't wait. But if anybody else has any comments, any questions, you're more than welcome to ask anything you'd like to say, anything you would want to not say regardless. We're gonna make this thing happen. But if not, I'll go ahead and end in a few. I'm very grateful for everybody being here. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for sharing it if you did. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. Even though folks didn't come up, that's fine. I enjoy having conversation with y'all. It's always great to see everybody here. I have no idea how to pronounce your name, but he says WM is going to come up soon. Who is that? Who's WM? By the way, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but welcome. You know what I'm saying? Well, whomever is WM, I mean, give me like a time frame, because if not, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Roll up out here. Feel me? But regardless, y'all, let me talk about something real quick, because I'm gonna wait for him to respond or for whomever. But tap into some creativity for yourself. Exactly. Exactly, B3. 1,000. Thank you for that. But another thing that I'm going to speak on too is just as I wait for this comment to come back for the whomever which user that is. But I want people to tap into creativity. Creativity, like okay. So when people think about creativity, and I thought about it this way. So like this is why like my mind has expanded. Remember we talked about expansion. But like no matter if you don't have all the gear, all the clothes, all the paintings, all the aesthetics, quote unquote, you have the aesthetics. Use your creativity and your lens to create your world around you. Even if you don't have your own place, but you have your own room, you have your own whatever, use your creativity because everything that you have around you is fire. And I guarantee you. I'm gonna drop some pictures too on my I'm gonna drop some pictures on my community post and show y'all what I'm talking about. Like you can even see on some of my thumbnails, I've been getting a lot more creative creating my world. And I want you guys to see that because this is an example of how to get creative with yourself as well. I'm just using exactly what I have from me. You know what I'm saying? But like I got a lot around me, and we could think, oh, I need a warehouse, I need a photo shoot studio. No, you got it. You got exactly what you need. You're the piece already. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta work with what you have and create that. Create different angles. Create different photos. Shit is fire. What type of filter you want to put on the picture? What type of scenery do you have want to have? What type of whatever do you want to have? That shit is so helpful and be like, for instance, bro, I got this shit pierced up here. I have three piercings on my ear. I did that because I like it. I love the creativity in my shit. And but right here, I only got one piercing. I got one piercing. I wear jewelry. This is just an expression, but this is what it means to express yourself. Cause I fuck with it. This shit on me like this shit tight. But to me, that's just swag. That's sauce. That's creativity. I'm my own piece. That don't mean that y'all got to go out and do all the piercings and tattoos. I only have one tat. I'm gonna get a couple more, but it's not gonna be like shown and shit like that. But still, it's like tap into some shit. Tap into your style. Tap into your swag. Swag is everything. And I made the acronym I said in the beginning. Stars will always grow. We Are Evolution is what the real brand is, but also our lifestyle is what it created to be. You know what I'm saying? But that's what really this shit is about. Expanding. Expand yourself. Create yourself, bro. Like even if it's simplistic, less is more. Less is fire. That shit is dope, bro. Down to the color, down to the space, down to the swag, down to the see the sauce lives inside, bro. You just gotta tap into that shit so heavy, bro. And I'm very grateful. Shout out to Alpha Kingdom. We was on the phone the other night. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. But like I also gotta thank him because and I'm always gonna thank him. Even when I have like once we hit a million on this end, you know what I'm saying? But he always told me like just you got the sauce, you got the swag, you gotta work into it, and you're going to, and you will find it. And I understand that shit. This it's everything, and how that's the sauce is within, but like how you go about it, your mannerisms, your conversation pieces, like how you speak on things, really makes shit happen, and that's what really works. Let me look up real quick. No need to repeat your space. So your mind, you listen for sure. Yes. Marie says, we love you, Izzy. Thank you for everything you ever said. Of course. Thank you. I appreciate you guys very much. Very much. B3 says, believe in your sauce. If you can't believe in yourself, how is a beautiful lady gonna believe with you? That boy B3 be spitting though. I'm not gonna lie. B3 just came in. He new to us. But B3 spitting. And he going crazy though. Shout out to B3. He spitting, bro. He talking that talk. I respect that. You respect yourself and understand yourself. Exactly, bro. As within, so without. You can only play a character so long. Guarantee you she's gonna run the show, bro. Know yourself and gonna, yeah. Know yourself and be yourself. Nobody's gonna want to fake facts. Yup. It's a big star. Thank you. Yeah, 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 yeah. We all stars though. You know what I'm saying? We all star. Yes, that's the All Star Discord. B3 did join before. Anybody else, Marie, you're more than welcome to join the All Star Discord as well. We will be doing conversations. I will be having Discord calls this month. Last month was busy as hell. I got sick towards the end. I couldn't do too much. It was crazy. No, we back into the record schedule program. Let's take over this place, bro. Let's take it over. We gonna shine in this thing. Um, I didn't see the person whoever commented said somebody was gonna come up soon. So I'm gonna end in a couple of minutes. That's what I'm gonna do. We can just enjoy some conversation, but I will be ending in a couple of minutes if no further conversation or comment about what I asked for will not happen. I'm not gonna wait on here too long, but I do appreciate these convos for sure. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, B3 going crazy though. B3 going crazy. B3 got the sauce. You know what I'm saying? He got some sauce. Marie, I might have to call you Miss 2007 for a minute. I ain't gonna lie. I might have to call you Miss 2007 is crazy. That's when I watched Fantastic Four. That's crazy as hell. That's crazy. 2007? Hey yo! That's insane, bro. But yeah, no, we gonna shine out here, bro. We gonna stamp this world for sure. To shine within is to shine without. That's our motto on this, and everybody's a star until they really see it for who they are. You know what I'm saying? Swag means stars will always grow. Swag is everything, bro. Please don't shit. Swag is everything. Individuality, authenticity is the new sexy. It's everything. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you guys are here. We're only gonna keep growing. We're only getting bigger, better, better. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get tight, cooler, shining, all that. You know what I'm saying? We just it's gonna take it step by step, day by day. We're gonna keep this thing going, no matter what it is. But I wanna say thank you to everybody that was being here. Let's get some stars in the chat towards the end. Let's get some stars in the building. Let's get some stars in the chat. Great to see everybody. Thank you for stopping by. My name is All Star Is It. We are here having a great conversation where we're talking about transactional versus meaningful connections. You know what I'm saying? No one made themselves present. They didn't present themselves, but that's fine. You guys were enough to be here and talk about things. This was enough. This was great. We got to talk about it. I got a message across. There was somebody who wanted to say they come here, but they didn't really say nothing else. Can't wait too long because we got a show to kick on the road in a few. I may go live later tonight. It may occur. It may happen. And I'm only saying may because I want you guys to know that, you know what I'm saying? I may be living some life. You feel me? So, things may occur and shit, you feel me? I keep saying feel me. God damn. I mean, y'all do feel me. Y'all feel this shit. B3 says a man who knows himself and excuse me, a man who knows himself and what he wants will always be sexier than a man who doesn't know it. Yo, hey, shout out to B3. B3, you on goddamn point. I say that for sure. We got the stars out here. We're showing who we are to shine within, to shine without. And I want to say thank you all for being here. This has been an evolutionary conversation. This has been a great type of convo that I really like. You know what I'm saying? Conversation rules the nation. And remember, to shine within, to shine without. Until next time, y'all have a good one. Peace.